Hey guys, welcome back to Educat for NEET. In today's video, we will cover neural tissue from the chapter 7, Structural Organization in Animals, class 11 NCERT textbook. We have already covered basics of animal tissues, epithelial tissue, connective tissue, and muscular tissue. In today's video, we will cover neural tissues. So let's begin. Neuron or nervous tissue or neural tissue, these are the names of the same thing. The structural and functional unit is the neuron, which is a single unit of the cell present in these tissues. It is a microscopic structure and the parts are axon, cyton and dendrites. Axon is this, you can see, and cyton is nothing but the cell body or the cyton, and dendrites are these portions. Cell body or cyton. This contains cytoplasm, organelles, and granular bodies known as Nissls granules. So you can see these small things here, they are the Nissls granules, and it also contains organelles such as nucleus, and it also has a cytoplasm. So this is the parts of the cell body. Next, dendrites. Dendrites are short fibers which branch repeatedly and project out of the cell body. You can see these are branching. You can see branches formed inside them. So they move out of the cell body. This is the cell body, and you can see dendrites branching outside of the cell body. They also contain Nissls granules. You can see small dots in them. So these dendrites also contain Nissls granules. They transmit impulses towards the cell body. So their direction is like this. If an impulse comes from here, they transmit it towards the cell body. They take the impulse from here and it is transmitted to the cell body. Third part is the axon. This transmits nerve impulses away from the cell body. So you see the cell body is here and the axon is here. So it transmits the message or the signals away from the cell body. And then to a place called synapse. What is a synapse? It is a neuromuscular junction. This is the synapse. Here you can see a muscle fiber. It can be skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, or cardiac muscle. So this is a muscle fiber here, and this junction is known as neuromuscular junction, where you can see a neuron and a muscle. This is known as a synapse or a neuromuscular junction, and axon transmits the information to the synapse to the neuromuscular junction. And then to the distal end, it is branched. It terminates as a bud like structure, and it is known as synaptic knob. You can see this is the distal end, this is the terminal of the axon, and it ends itself in the form of a bud like structure, and this is known as the synaptic knob. Synaptic knob. And it is a long fiber. You can see it's starting from here and ending till here. It depends on the height of the neuron basically. So it is a long fiber. This for all the information of the axon. Now let's talk about neuron based on the number of axon and dendrites. So based on the number of axon and dendrites, the neuron can be multipolar, bipolar or unipolar. Unipolar means only one pole. That means only one axon, no dendrites. This is seen in embryonic stages. In the embryos basically have this kind of neurons, which is unipolar neuron. They do not have any dendrites, only one axon. Next, bipolar means two poles, one axon, one dendrite. These are present in the retina of the eye and the cochlea of ear. These are the two places where bipolar neurons are found. Then we have multipolar and the most popular ones. They have one axon or two or more dendrites. Multipolars, multiple poles they have. One axon obviously and two or more than two, any number of dendrites. They are present mostly in the cerebral cortex. So these were the three types of neurons on the basis of number of axons and dendrites. Now we have types of axons. Axons can also be of two types, myelinated or unmyelinated, non-myelinated. Myelinated means they have a myelin sheath enveloped with Schwann cells. These are the cells, they cover the axon with the help of the myelin sheath. The gaps between two Schwann cells is known as node of Ranvier. These are found in the spinal and the cranial nerves. You can see here the myelin sheath is present. This is the myelin sheath, and you can see the Schwann cells. A Schwann cell here, a here, here, and here, and here. And this is enclosed in the form of a myelin sheath. And the area between this is known as node of Ranvier, between the Schwann cells, a gap between. Where myelin sheath is not present, that area you can call it the node of Ranvier. Now, what about non-myelinated axons? They are enclosed by Schwann cells. Schwann cells are present compulsorily, but the Schwann cells are not covered. They do not form the myelin sheath. Okay, these kind of non-myelinated axons are found in autonomic and somatic nervous system. This was a one-shot video about nervous tissue. We will revise it once again. Nervous tissue contains basically neurons. Neurons are the unit of the nervous tissue. They are the cells which form the neural tissue. Neurons, they are microscopic structure, and basically, in short, you can say that it contains three parts: axon, cyton or cell body, and dendrites. Cell body, let's talk about the cell body first. Cell body contains cytoplasm, organelles, and they also contain some granular bodies known as Nissel's granules. Dendrites. Dendrites are the short fibers which branch repeatedly and they project out of the cell body. They also contains the Nissel's granules and they transmit impulses towards the cell body. Third part we have axon. Axon is the long fiber and the distal end is branched into a bulb-like structure, and this bulb-like structure is known as synaptic knobs. These synaptic knobs have synaptic vesicles, and these vesicles have chemicals, and these chemicals are known as neurotransmitters. Means they help in transmission of information from one neuron to the other neuron, or in the place of a neuromuscular junction we have neuron to muscle transfer. So they transmit the nerve impulses away from the cell body to a place called as synapse. Synapse can be a neuromuscular junction where a neuron, a nerve tissue, and a muscle meets. Neuron can be of three types based on the number of axons and dendrites. It could be unipolar, bipolar, multipolar. Unipolar means only one axon is present, and this kind of this kind of neurons is found in the embryonic stages. No dendrites in unipolar neuron. Bipolar means one axon and one dendrite. This is present in the retina of our eyes and the cochlea of our ears. Then comes the multipolar and the most common neuron. These have one axon and two or more dendrites. These are mostly present in the cerebral cortex. Now, type of axons bases on whether they have the myelin sheath or not. So, they can be myelinated or non-myelinated. Myelinated means the Schwann cells are covered, they are enveloped by the myelin sheath, and the gap between the Schwann cells is known as the node of Ranvier. In this point, in this portion where node of Ranvier is present, you will not see it is not covered by the myelin sheath. And these kind of myelinated axons are found in the spinal and the cranial nerves. Now we have the non-myelinated form, means that their Schwann cells are not enclosed, they are not enveloped by the myelin sheath, and these are found in the autonomic and somatic nervous system. This was neural tissue in one shot. If you like this video, drop a like, comment down below if you have any doubt, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and watch all the videos of this channel which I will be posting in the future and which I have already posted. Thanks for watching.